they're slowly being pushed back. T-34. Oh, the Flamehetzer dives in front of the Panzer IV to take the shot. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot. We're casting a 4v4 on Port of Hamburg. A map known for its arty fest and just long games. We'll see how long this one goes for. With us today, we got a number of players being Kuro in Mine, Sherman Tank, Johnny, Milk, Green, Dobbin, Old Jazz, and also we have ourselves Blue. This was submitted by, I think you all know who submitted this game, but it was submitted by someone from my community, so thank you very much. If you want to submit a replay, submit down below to my Gmail or Discord. If you want to support the channel, if it's not on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, not the blah blah button, the subscribe button, and make sure you like the video. If you're watching on Twitch, make sure you hit the follow button, and if you want to support the channel, hit that sub button, that way you can watch my content ad-free. But anyway, let's get to it, shall we? Pioneers pushing on in with MG, Kubel, let's see, backed up by Sturm and Volks. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention. 3 OKW, 1 Austere versus 2 American, 1 Soviet, 1 Brit. And let me quickly double check playtime. Yeah, it looks like these guys are pretty solid, except for Milk. Hold on. Let me double check one thing, because this one's the only one that doesn't make sense. Milk is literally Milk, but he's friends with Johnny. What's his other names? His name is literally Milk. Okay. I don't know. I'm not gonna guess. I just see Milk. Anyway, Volk squad pushing on in. Echelon as well pushing them back. MG opening fire on the position. Rifleman pushing in against the suppressed units. Infantry section on standby. There is a MG here. So again, hopefully the MG42 can hold back and counteract this Vickers. Although Vickers almost vet 1. Left-hand side looks like Axis forces doing a little bit better. Americans seem to be overwhelmed, being hit by multiple directions. They don't have the men for this, especially if the Volk squads press on in. Sturms need to stay in cover, though. Jump from cover to cover. Volk squads opening fire. Again, putting a lot of pressure on Johnny and Milk, respectively. Milk, by the way, not having a lot of men. He got an ambulance, which is fine, but he's keeping at his base. And right now, again, they're being surrounded. Volk squads, if they throw incendiary, would be perfect. He might get in the building, but again, he can't shoot this direction. So not the best idea. He pulls back, smarter move. MG is well covering. Double MG, Conscript Engineer is the name of the game. Echelon barely alive. Ambulance coming on in. Now, with reinforcements, they should be able to hold. Artillery and heavy tank is the chosen, I guess, path for these two. Let's see. We have more artillery with Kuromine. And let's see. The Axis do have Overwatch, so they have artillery and airstrikes, as well as direct strike with Firestorm, and also special operations with a command tank. Kubel coming on in, almost vet 1. Infantry buying cover, but yet to grab the fuel itself. The Grenadiers pressing on in against target. We do have a mortar pit. Again, good positioning. Should be able to provide that immediate fire support to a lot of this infantry, because there are a lot of Germans, and there's a flamethrower which will help burn them out. Luckily, reinforcements are slowly coming on in. Kubel has one on standby. Nice kill! Kuromine losing one of his units. Or, sorry, Kuromorimine. There we go. Anyway, Kubel about to be neutralized, but hey, that's free cover for the Germans. MG barely clinging on, but luckily the mortar pit is doing work. Mortar is being brought up, but it's not going to be enough. Left-hand side, Allied forces are smashing the Axis, easily pushing them back. Firestorm, it's great with the flamethrower, not so great when you're trying to reinforce. Mech, that mech building is in a bad spot. It's in a bad spot. You should get the mod Tightrope used to show unit wipes. I don't know what you're referring to, but that looks interesting. Anyway, I do have strategic zoom on. Like, I figured that one out, but hey, any additional thing is cool to see. Actually, I got strategic zoom because it was recommended by someone. So I will ask. There's also that like thing up top that tells you who, like, the 4 players. Personally, I haven't been able to get it to work, and I'm not that invested to get it, just because of the fact, like, cool, there's 4 players up here, but you can see them down as well, so it helps more on live games, I guess. But even then, it's like, I think you can get it's not that big of a deal, their overall rank, but whatever. Volk squads do get pushed back by the infantry section, driving the enemy away. MG is smoked, which forced it to be brought up, which allows it to be hit by the MG. So 1 positive, which is that MG42? Okay. That OKW stole the Green's MG42. Quite funny in my opinion. Left-hand side, Volk squads have been upped with MP40s. So that's pretty good. Again, they can smoke around the MGs. They still have to worry about long-range warfare. But let's see, also we have Milk building defensive line here. Hoping to hold.
Fighting position machine gun is in place.
Again, if Milk is Rifle, then you can tell Rifle to improve a little bit. As didn't he lose a unit? Hold on. Yep, he lost the Rifleman squad. Tisk tisk. MP40's pressing on in. MG being smoked. He's, again, good job by Old Jazz advancing. These guys, I don't know how they're gonna... Wait! They have wait, no. They don't have infiltration grenades yet. That would have been amazing. He has infiltration grenades and throws it against the blob. That's wonderful. But anyway, MP40's advancing. The American actually, bit of a disadvantage. Decent grenade, but doesn't kill any models. Serum Pioneer burning him out. Again... most of Milk's forces had to pull back. Yes, Hawaii, I never lose units. I have no idea what you're talking about. I am an amazing CoH2 player. Anyway, Germans still, again, surprisingly holding on to this territory. I would assume the Brits would have taken it with the Americans, but no. Even with all the mortar fire, the pesky forces of Dobbin and Green are just sticking themselves on that point and grabbing it back, which I find amazing. Even with so much fire, they continue to fight. Anyway. Half-track moving on in. Serum Pioneer grabbing the position. MG as well right there. Rear Echelon might have, unfortunately, screwed himself over. Oh! Come on! He was absolutely stuck in it. I call hacks. I call hacks. He should have been stuck in there. He should have been stuck. He should have lost some men. Anyway, Volk squad's coming in to pay the debt that is owed. Final destination style. And go after the unit. Unfortunately, a MG stops and they have to pull back, but whatever. MG is over there as well. Axis continue to at least hold one fuel. Allies desperate for another. Let's see. Do we have any more doctrines? Yes, we do. We have joint operations. Okay. Which it would be a great, you know, station to repair and to reinforce. So, if the Germans can use that, maybe here or, let's see, not many buildings on this map, honestly. Kind of slim pickings. I mean, you don't want to go over there. And this one is, this one's probably going to die very soon. So, yeah. For a big urban map, or not urban, but like industrial map, there isn't a lot of buildings. So MG opening fire. Oh, Greyshot said you get better at editing videos. I have a video I edited. Let's see. Also, I produce. Just saying, Johnny, I make more videos than Rifle does. Rifle has taken what, 2 months, and he still hasn't finished up the video. Just saying. Anyway, Rifle, thank you for doing what you do. Good rifle grenade does push back the rifleman. Again, we have the artillery field officer moving on in. Grenade, again, with the grenadier and the artillery field officer, they might have enough firepower to deal with that, but really it's all the other allies pressing on in. Good shots across the board. Again, it looks like the Axis hold on. Stern Pioneer trying to make do with what he has. Volk Squad's well coming on in. Half-track reinforcing. Again, can they actually counterattack and take back the fuel? On the left-hand side, the Allies have definitely done so. Good job by Milk and also by Johnny, effectively killing the MG-34. Looks like they pulverized Old Jazz and Blue considerably. MG might be able to stop him from getting back the... Oh, no, he got it! Wait, maybe not. Maybe not. He made it a foot. He's like, yes! Immediately dies. And a good steal by Milk. Managed to grab it. Fire, though, goes down his retreat path. Doesn't kill the unit. Good for him. But, unfortunately, Johnny is currently burning alive and might lose his MG. Barely gets out. Stern Pioneer's giving chase, running through the fire, of course. That seems like a good plan. Hello, Ronnie. Hopefully all is well. MG suppressed the unit. Volk Squad trying to move in as well. Maybe throw another incendiary. But again, there's ambulance there, so I'm assuming he'll just pull back and heal. Stern Pioneer's behind some cover, hitting the mortar. They do throw incendiary, has to reposition the MG, but he just moves over a little to the left. Or his left. Volk Squad will still grab the fuel on the right. A lot of allied forces. I will say, weird we have not seen armor. Serious armor, I should say. Let's see, we have Battle Phase 2, so he's getting closer. Dobbin has the Panzer headquarters in a decent spot, help guard in case of a flank. Although he is very close to his medical, that could be an issue. Let's see, Old Jazz is yet to get anything. He has a medical but no mechanized building, though plenty of resources. Oh my god, Blue getting himself a Puma! We have our Puma coming on in. Okay, I see good things. Artillery coming in from the Brits. The Brits, let's see. They have the company command post, no armor yet. We have a major in development. Johnny currently has a tier 4 building. Milk has a mortar carriage in development. So not what I expected for armor, but mortar carriage and a Puma is something. Doing fine looking at my ticket home after the Vegas trip. That's fair. I'm looking at that. I'm looking at prices and whatnot. So. Anyway, Volk Squad's pressing on in. Some good artillery. Support can hang target. MG very low, but again, they have a reinforcement point. And that mortar pit's doing a lot of work. Almost vet 3. It's unfortunate where you want the Firestorm guy to come over here to burn all these positions away. But no, American and Brit forces are holding with everything they got. German tank, Kuromine, doing well. They're doing very well, even with the German position to constantly reinforce. On the left, we might be seeing a counterattack. We have the Puma. Lots of infantry on standby. But again, so too does Milk and Johnny. Going guards, having conscripts, MGs, everything on standby. Really what we need here is a Stuka. Like an honest-to-God Stuka to clear out the territory. And we know that this guy has the mechanized building, but instead he went with a Puma. Which is fine if he has light armor to deal with, or even medium armor at range, but I don't know. Again, grenade does a bit, but doesn't turn the course of the battle in their favor. Mortar carriage chilling in the back. Puma can't get close. He's going for a dive against nothing. There's literally nothing he can shoot. Unless he's going for the ambulance. But again, very smart. Milk gets out of it. So good call there. Look at this blob. Stuka would be perfect. Also, Stuka do wonders how linear the movement. Yeah. Puma does get out, or attempting to get out. MG covering and hitting a lot of the units. They are being chain suppressed. Smoke hits it. Alright, they're going to pull back along with the AT gun. Support gun opening fire in this general area. A little damage. Well, actually, no, it's doing smoke. I'm sorry. It's smoking so they can retreat. I thought one of them was firing a gun, but no. Alright, again, now double fuel is going more consistently to the Allies. Axis have been unable to really counteract. We have artillery coming in from concentration barrage. Oh, nice job, Ronnie. Hey, again, good luck with all the flights and stuff. Anyway, not Johnny, sorry. Sherman tank pulling back with his 50 cal machine gun. Support guns are trying to do damage. Again, Vet 3, they have some serious veterancy. But, alas, just not enough. Lieutenant throwing a grenade, misses the mark. Volk squad being like, I need to get the hell out of Dodge. Grenadiers coming back in full force along with an artillery field officer, which would be great if he had a Werfer or LFHs, you know, to call down fire, but he doesn't, so. Infantry coming on over. Again, solid defense by Johnny, while Milk focuses more on mid, which is smart. Again, you want that VPs start going against the axis rather than you yourselves being 130 points down. But anyway, conscripts pushing on in. 14 kills on one, 4 on the other. MG very low. Fire coming down on the MG. That one might burn a little bit more, but again, 2 MG-34s are dead, so that's a big win for the Soviets. Stern Pioneers closing in. There's still the other AT gun, which is not in position. Never mind. Stern Pioneers closing the gap. Smoke covering them as the MG can't assist. Oh, maybe here he can, but we'll see. Grenade is thrown by the guards. Does actually get 2 models. Although, might be able to kill the conscripts. Very low. Conscripts do survive. Milk coming in with his rifleman with bars. Constant use of smoke is covering the retreating units, though.
Ready to deploy. Ready to execute.
Ooh. If that was a wipe, that was a damn good wipe by that mortar carriage. Which is weird that both allied players went mortar carriage. But hey, they have solid infantry units and at least some AT, so they just want to keep doubling down and wiping German infantry. But Germans are in the mid-50s. I would say like low 50s at best. And then allies are like low 60s. Maybe don't charge a Volk squad against the Churchill. Maybe that's a solid idea. Panzer having a tough time penetrating the Churchill armor. So he brought a second friend. Churchill still relatively fine. Is hurting it, but doing very little. AT gun supporting, pushing back the armor. Hold on, flank once again with the Puma. Again, also Puma, very good at killing snipers with its aim shot ability. Mortar carriage now under fire, but oh, what's this? Is this Sherman? Yeah, you weren't expecting that, were you? Puma pulling back. Does pen, actually, does quite a bit of damage. Oh, good AT gun shot, though, although it's about to die.
We lost a gun crew.
Nice shot with the AT gun. Again, right now, they're all congested right here. A good old Stuka would do wonders. Katusha hitting the building. Excellent job there. Volk squad just fine. Building takes most of the damage. And right now, Old Jazz has plenty of manpower, but has yet to choose anything, which is a bit weird. Vet 5 Volk squad under heavy fire. Again, retreat it. For don't lose a Vet 5 one for a grenade. Okay, kill the engineer. Looks like he'll survive. And he'll grab the flamethrower, but oh my god. Vet 5 unit losing, that would have been devastating. Support gun opening fire. Alright, White Phosphorus coming down to kind of cover, I guess, a flank in case they push, maybe? I'm not sure. Axis actually successfully managed to take back the fuel. Again, Kor Moramine as well as Sherman tank are being pushed back ever so slightly, though they are bringing up heavier equipment with the Sexton being brought up for artillery. And it looks like Old Jazz now bring up a Panzer on top of the 2 Panzers already on the right. I think a Panther might be better, but again, that way you're not constantly having the same unit. Oh my god, a Stuka! Holy mackerel, he got a Stuka. It took like 20 minutes, but he did. I mean 15 minutes. But he got a Stuka. Artillery hitting the support guns. Support guns, by the way, only 18 kills, but at least they are almost Vet 5. One's almost Vet 5. Panzer IV hitting them. Again, Churchill and stuff hitting the target. MG a little bit weaker. Take a lot of hits. We'll pull back. Churchill, come on. Let's focus on that Panzer IV hurting your ally. Never mind, it bounced. Again, good grenade throw. A T-gun's not neutralized. That's not great for the allies as they don't have an effective counter for these panzers. Churchill can take the hits, but it can't exactly dish out too much. Oh, no. Air support coming on in. Hitting the Churchill. Churchill can take the hits, but I'm more worried about that priest in the ambulance. Again, the armor continues to just ravage the infantry. There could be AT grenades, which would be an issue, so you want to watch out there. Plane does strike the infantry, though, suppressing them. And I think this is actually a big win. Colonel Mine and Sherman Tank are definitely on the defensive now. But the planes keep suppressing them, and the Panzer IVs just keep wearing them down. Plane did, I think, crash a little bit or something. Great shot. That one with 12 kills. Infantry as well, doing pretty well. Artillery, though, coming on in. Perimeter Overwatch and the 240 barrage is now in play, which should hopefully hold back the constant German attacks. But now he's moving on into the own barrage, so let's not hurt your own men. Though I will say Milk is holding mid and Johnny is holding left. He got himself 2 Katyushas and a T-34. How is that Stuka doing? Stuka has got no kills. How do you have no kills? Oh, because they're all separated, and also because there's no consistent battle, they kind of all have done separate things rather than all, you know, combining arms and helping each other out. Because again, if there was a big counterattack by Old Jazz and Blue again, then they would probably group up a lot more, and maybe the Stuka could do wonders. Puma on standby. Again, Sherman actually has to worry from the Puma sniping him. Panzer IV going around. But there are plenty of mines there to greet him. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. That's, that were the British mines. That's the German mine. I'm so sorry. I saw the mines. I just assumed that it was, but no. Oh, he has sweepers. And he'll detect the Brit mines. And also, there's a couple of American mines to slow them down as well. That's kind of cool. We have recon on the left. Oh, not recon, it's a strike. The L2 Cervix strike is pretty solid. Recon as well as overhead, or was. Puma took some hits, but so too did the Sherman. And actually, Blue's managing to take mid. He's actually taking it. Now, I think you should probably not neutralize the AT gun, but he's taking it. Constant Katyusha fire, though, is pushing back Old Jazz. His anti-infantry and Panzer IV unit is having a real rough time. Nice shot, though, against the conscript. But again, they're slowly being pushed back. T-34. Oh, the Flamehetzer dives in front of the Panzer IV to take the shot. And he can't even pen it. On the right, we have tons of mines. Panzer IV trying to clear it. Again, misses it. Shoot again. Or hit the armor, that's fine. I'll detonate the mine. AT grenade. There we go. That's enough to knock out its engine. Churchill and Jackson might give chase. They have enough infantry support. And the Allies, or the Axis, seem to be in full retreat. Oh! Nice! Reinforced repair bunker. That's cool. So they can heal their forces on the front. Okay. That's awesome to see. Alright. Support gun opening fire. Again, Axis. Allies seem to have, like, rebuilt themselves. I said Sturmovik strike. Sorry. So it's this. The L2 Sturmovik strafing run. B-Rye, so that's what I was saying. Apologies if I misspoke. But IL-2 Cervix strafing run. Very solid at killing infantry, especially like support equipment. Johnny loves using it, and it makes sense why. It's super good. The one the paratrooper force can deploy, not so much, but that one is pretty solid. Attack on left, although constant Katusha barrage coming on in. Luckily, Volk squads may have dodged that. As they all kind of hit the towers. And as they explode. Panzer IV coming in against the T-34. Though, again, the AT and also the AT grenades might be enough to drive them away. Nice job killing the Flamehetzer. And once again, Old Jazz is pushed back. Middle, it looks like Milk was able to successfully retake it, so awesome job. I know, all these bases are so close. The artillery's just constantly smacking them, which makes sense. Good job on Milk for seeing that and taking advantage of that. As well as if he gets a clean shot on the Panzer IV, they can kill a bunch of units as well. Pack 43 is now... Oh my god! Green is Bell Pack 43, which will effectively hold back the Churchill. There is the Sexton you have to worry about, which could hit this, and is hitting that. But again, the building's actually taking the hits a little bit, or some of them. Although it's still under heavy fire. A lot of artillery fire. Again, that's something you have to worry about, Port of Hamburg, is the amount of artillery fire you have to contend with. It's a lot. It's a lot, to say the least. Panzer IV is moving on in. Riflemen just trying to hold out. Oh, mortar carriage might be the target. Can they kill it? Churchill and Jackson coming on in. No, it looks like the dive will be unsuccessful. And Koromoramine and Jackson successfully, from Sherman tanks, successfully beat back the Panzer IV. We have some strike coming on in. I'm not sure what that is. Nice AT grenade once again by the engineers. I don't, maybe Major, oh, no, it's the artillery field officer, and he did it to coordinate a barrage from the Panzerwerfer. That's what he did. Panzer IV, another one. Okay, I'm surprised he didn't get a Panther. Pushing on in against the Churchill and the Jackson. Double Panzer assault on left. They really like their Panzer IVs. Puma did die. Stuka 7 kills, so it's done some work. Needs to kind of focus on this stuff. Figure out where all this stuff is and hopefully hit it. Might be hard to do, but it's probably your best shot. Katusha hitting units over there. Not too bad. Got the half-track destroyed. A lot of infantry just grouped up under all this, under so many different artillery barrages. I would like. Why would you put this? This looks like this looks like such a cluster. I mean, they did miss the direct strikes. That's funny, but like, my God. Anyway, recon's coming in on right. I'm assuming to figure out where the Panzer IV and stuff are. Okay. Again, plenty of artillery. I can't say that enough. They have plenty of artillery. But Germans are pushing through. Multiple grenadiers, pioneers, Obersoldaten are advancing along the right. In mid, we have Volk squads trying, but not doing as well against the riflemen and the MG, which is an MG-34. But they're dug in pretty well, and they're holding the line. Stuka coming in, they'll clear this maybe, and the AT gun. Does kill the AT and the MG, so 10 kills, but he did decrew it, so I'll give that a win. MG just walks up, immediately gets blasted by infantry. Let's make sure you have some infantry support before setting stuff up. Panzer IVs are engaging, while the Obersoldaten can't really fight against the armor. Panzers can, but a Jackson comes along the side. Panzer IVs actually pushed back the Jackson. Good for them. Another Puma for a potential dive. Yeah, probably not going to be as effective as he would like it to be. Speaking of which, Churchill just advancing against the Panzer IVs. The better one died. The other one did survive. Jagdpanzer just trying to hold. Okay, wearing him down slightly. And yeah, the Axis took a bit of a beating right there. Need to regain their forces. Left-hand side, same can be said. T-34 died, but again, Johnny just got himself an ISU-152. So I don't think he really cares. It's like, free more pop space. But no, also Milk still has a good-sized army. We're seeing the Allies be, relatively speaking, I think 80s is a good area of population that they're huddling in. Where the Axis are currently huddling in the mid-40s. And that's even questionable with constant losses. So yeah, right now, Obersoldaten, we'll see how well you do. You're no cover versus Riflemen, which actually do have cover because of all the craters. Oh, and they also have armor support. And yeah, again, it's the solid strat of the Americans and the British and the Soviets. Wait, build up, build up, build up, hold the line, get artillery and the heavy tanks, and then slowly push. Now again, looks like against Koromoramine, they are being a little more successful. Sherman tank is, it's like they're having a hard time counteracting the Axis and taking that fuel. But in mid and the left, it's going a bit way better. Mortar carriage just chilling, like, you're not pushing me. Otherwise, they'll just come in and clap you. Jackson does get penned by the Jagdpanzer and Panzer IV. Actually dies. Holy shit. Alright, good shot on Sherman tank. Stug coming on in. Doesn't do too much to the Churchill, but, you know, it's something. Let's see. Maybe decommission that for resources. Was airstrike coming or something? Or maybe a Sherman dive? Not sure. Flying position being set to guard the flanks. Again, solid infantry forces. Low 20s for kills. Axis are in the low teens, generally. Obersoldaten pushing on in. Good shot on target. Oh, Rifleman actually quite low. Alas, not able to kill it. Recon overhead, but immediately shot down, I assume, by the AA. Good job by Sherman tank to make sure the enemy can't see them. Panzer IV effectively pushed back. Lots of AT grenades from the conscripts. AT gun moving on in. Second one is waiting behind the smoke or near it. Stuka comes on in. Hits the MG again. Again, Stuka has Vet 1. Although, Blue doesn't have much of an army left. So not sure what, unless his plan is to get a tank, but then you still want army to support you. Artillery strike coming on in. Make sure the bunker gets flattened quite effectively in my eyes. Mortar as well is dead. Lots of Werfers. I'll give lots of artillery with the LAFH, but like it's not incredible. Yeah, it's like they're trying to hold, it's just not going well. What's the circumvent count so far? I haven't said too much. At least I don't think I have. Maybe I have, who knows. Werfer comes on in, does a low damage. Again, not getting that many kills. They should be able to grab the fuel and the star. What is he diving? What, Captain, what do you... Oh, he's trying to get the Pioneer squad so they can't repair. Not a bad idea. Sherman tank, not a bad idea. Grenadiers, though, are like, I'm sorry, you shot our friend. We're going to kill you. And do push back the captain. Airstrikes coming on in. It's the Overwatch air support. Again, we still have AA, so the planes will be shot down, as shown. But they are trying. Man, just imagine the workers fired on this side. Fire is coming down behind them. Make it better for retreat. Okay. Volk squads, though, taking a lot of hits and possible casualties here. They're both very low. Stuka comes on in. Come on! Stuka does get a little bit of some hits. Get some hits in, but not enough to finish it off. Conscript's very low, but managed to head back to base. But he is Vet 2 with 28 kills, so he has been doing work. And from what we can see, Johnny has taken casualties. Like, his manpower and stuff is having a hard time just reinforcing. So, Milk, still holding mid, or trying to anyway. Looks like he came over to maybe snipe something over here. This Panzer IV, maybe. Panther dove on in, maybe killed his Sherman. Trying to kill his fighting position, that's for sure. On the right, looks like we might be gearing up for a Stug assault. I mean, look, attack with whatever you've got. And to be fair, against the Americans, Stugs are definitely quite effective against it. So I could see it maybe working. Maybe. Churchill in need of repairs. Maybe pull it back and to get some repairs. Also, not upgrade to 5-man squads. I'm actually shocked. You have 2,000 manpower, Cromore Mine, and yet you can't upgrade to Bren's or a 5-man squad. That's kind of astounding to me. Anyway, Command Panther, again, back for repairs, but, like, buddy, you may want to just go somewhere else. That's kind of close to the front, and we've seen those Sextons just pound this area, so... Or a Sexton pound. Nice shot with the ISU in 5-2. Bolsadon very low. Nice shot with the Rakatan Woofer. Knocks out the mortar carriage. That's another win. Axis should be losing this game easily, but somehow are still putting up a damn good fight. For how long is the question, and if they can counterattack and win. VP-wise, it's still pretty close, but the Allies are definitely have advantage. And again, the Brits hopefully can grab mid. On the right, looks like Grenadiers and the artillery officer are moving on in. Mortar carriage might be in harm's way as the Sedan and stuff clear up the infantry around it. The Stugs are staying back, though. Like, come on. Is Blue building an... Yes, he did build another medical right over here. I think that was obvious, so I didn't want to say anything, but yeah. It's gonna die. Churchill holds back the infantry. They could Faust it, but just... With a Churchill, you need so much damage to bring it down. But 3 Stugs could definitely do the damage to finish it off. Panzer IV, Vet 4, mind you, coming on in. Why would you launch a Werfer against a Churchill? Of all things. The Stugs are trying to push on up. Firefly gets a great shot on that Panzer. As well as the Churchill against the Stugs. Stugs definitely bring the health down on it, but it's Vet 3 Churchill. It's like, my health's down. Oh man, I'm at half health. I'm still, generally speaking, okay. Jackson, though, that could definitely be torn down asunder by a lot of these Stugs. Come on! Can they take it out? That is the question. No, they're not. But they do hold back, and they definitely claim territory. And again, Koromora Mine and Sherman Tank have an army average of, like, upper 80s. Like, Dabin and Green are smaller, generally speaking. So the fact that they're able to push him back, good for them. Also, Axis took mid. They managed to successfully take that back. Do they have the Stuka? They do. Looks like, again, Johnny's taking some more losses in his manpower department. Losing the MG. And his infantry is quite low. About to lose an Su-85 from the Command Panther. Hello. Fire. Misses the target, but does destroy something else. Not sure. Trying to blitz away. Looks like he'll be, generally speaking, fine. Good coverage by the Panzer IV helps keep the Firefly back, as well as the Volk squad Fausting it so he can't dive, but does take out the Jagdpanzer. Should have pulled back a little sooner. We have some strike coming on in. That would be a strafing run against the MG, and hopefully killing the infantry as well. But alas, the building would kind of block some of those shots. Some good shots across the board. Stug takes bazooka to the face and just shrugs it off. Werfer comes on in. Wipes the captain. That's a nice wipe right there. Alright, so Green holding his own and definitely making Sherman spend his excess manpower. But again, he might he's still near pop cap once he, gets to Jackson's or gets back into them. Kuromura Mine still has plenty of reserves and manpower. He's at 2,300 manpower. He's doing fine. Again, still needs to give his infantry section more models. By more, I mean one each, along with the engineers and such. But whatever. Maybe there's a strategic reason why he doesn't. Strategically speaking, this Jackson's definitely taking a risk by running next to a Command Panther. Might die here. Panzer IV, though, is about to fall. Does kill a Jackson. Churchill and Firefly coming along. Needs the combat blitz out of there, make it harder to hit. But alas, he doesn't and gets hit and neutralized. Let's see. Opelsoldaten again are trying to hold the line with the Sturms. Conscripts will retake the fuel. The other ones will need reinforcements. Stuka would probably need to come in and get a good hit. It did do something. It did hit an ally, but he's at 39 kills. Where's Johnny's Katyushas? Let's see. They have 32 and 26 kills, respectively. So the Stuka's keeping pace with them. Opelsoldaten. Buddy, you don't have an AT gun, so maybe run away from the Churchill. Let's think about this for a second. Let's move away. Anyway, Opelsoldaten trying to hold mid infantry section. Do push it back with the Churchill, so Kuromura Mine should be able to take it. And remember, the Axis are now ahead somehow. I kind of chalked this up to an Allied win earlier, but the Axis somehow are still managing to do more than I ever thought they would. Speaking of which, Vet 5, Panzer IV, coming in on the Priest. Hold on. No, Firefly is going to stop it from diving, but it does get Fausted. Do we have airstrikes? We don't. We have a direct strike, which could be useful. Panzer IV blitzing away. Top speed. Sherman unable to figure out where he went. And, yeah, he should be fine. Meanwhile, in mid, we need some serious AT to hold back that Churchill. Werfer comes on in, pushes back the captain. I know, Healed Fanatic gets closer VP-wise than I would have thought, given how the first third went. Or, not for, sorry, this, like, the midpoint of this game went. The first half was quite close. The second half is where the Axis started to fall back a little bit, and the Allies regained the fuel. But Stug force is pretty solid, and the Jackson just gets obliterated. It's like, oh shoot, I've been hit by 3 guys. I need to pull back before I immediately die. But Churchill and Firefly are pressing mid. Stug could reinforce and counterattack. Panzer IV needs heals though, so I don't expect him to come back anytime soon. Where's your, do you have a mech building? You don't. Werfer is firing. Oh, that's a lot of American infantry. It's the back line. Hurts the MG a little bit. Oh, that was a good hit. Okay, I'll probably pull back. Stug's coming in to push back the Churchill. Again, you have the Panzer IV and Jagdpanzer. All the buildings over here have died. A little bit happy about that. Stuka fires. Doesn't do all that much damage. Though it looks like he did try to hit this area at least a little bit. So, again, smart job by Milk separating his forces so that way the artillery comes in, doesn't kill both of them. So, excellent work there. Anyway, Priest on standby. Jackson as well. Double Sextons there with a direct strike inbound if he doesn't pay attention. Nope, he's paying attention. Oh, airstrike coming in. Oh, Churchill's dead. Wait, what? Oh, Stug Force must have came in and killed it. Oh, okay. That's a good win. I would say that's a good win. Airstrike as well, trying to kamikaze itself into the infantry section. So that's cool to see. Let's see. Again, Allies still have a lot of reserves they can bring up. But the fact that the Axes have been able to keep killing them, to burn some of it, and also reinforce themselves is quite good, though others are doing it better. Stuka looks like he got neutralized. I'm not sure by what, but looks like maybe by an airstrike or something. I'm assuming maybe Johnny did his, what's it called? This strike against it, my guess, but that's just a guess. Could have also been the Katyushas doing a creeping barrage. ISU and 5-2, again, still alive, pushing back the infantry. Really, this left flank is where the biggest issue could be. Because right now, it seems like the Allies are locking this area down because the right's just been so... the Axis have been doing so well over there. So. Anyway, Grenadiers as well as the artillery field officer are doing damage. They're pushing back the American forces, but again, they need a decisive strike against not only the artillery, but a lot of the armor. And again, the airstrike is good, but he just used it, so it's going to be a while before he can call it in. Infantry from, let's see, we have Moramine, we have Milk over here. They're just locking this area down. Sherman Tank will be doing raids along the other side, and Johnny's making sure the fuel is under his control. And with conscripts, an Su-85, Katyushas, and an ISU-5-2, he is a solid force that I do not believe Old Jazz can deal with. Because while, yeah, sure, they can deal with one Su-85, the ISU-5-2 coming on in will probably drive some of them away. Let's see. But Jagdpanzer's doing work. They're holding it back. Obosudan are holding back the conscript. But, oh, getting more, I guess. Again, no armor to speak of, which is a little bit weird. ISU-5-2 does get pushed back and need repairs, though. Why would you advance that one? Oh my god. Infiltration grenades thrown. At least it doesn't get thrown on this one. Yeah. Let's see. Obosudan trying to hold that. Katyusha coming on in will drive them away, along with the ISU-5-2. Rifleman as well coming on in. A little friendly fire on his own men. Again, all these Jagdpanzers, great against armor, not so much against the Riflemen pushing against. What happened to Blue's army? It got blown up. I mean, he didn't have that much armor to speak of anyway. Really, he had the command tank, but that got taken out from a retreating, from a Firefly, I believe. And then the Stuka got neutralized by artillery or an airstrike, and then the infantry just got pulverized by the Katyushas, by Johnny. Let's see. Orfer is in Stugs along the right are successfully holding back Sherman Tank. It's a hard fight for him, and he's trying his best. It's just not enough. He still has some Jacksons, but they got pushed back by the Stug force. So I'll give credit. The Stugs are holding, and they're getting veterancy, which is making them even better. Oh, and I guess the aura around from the field officers helping. Also, good wipe with the Werfer, so excellent job there. Again, Sherman Tank's like, I do not have the reserves to bring up another unit and reinforce my guys, so dang it. Obosudan are trying to hold the front. They are Vet 5, so they're pretty solid, but there's so much infantry. They need more support. Something just blew up over here. I'm going to assume it's a German Jagdpanzer. Let's see if I'm right with that. Yep, it's German Jagdpanzer. I'm pretty sure. Or maybe not. I thought it was a wreck in there. Maybe not. I'm not seeing any debris. No, Blue didn't have anything. Never mind. Cancel that. Anyway, Riflemen open fire against the retreating infantry units, hoping to kill it. We're now dealing with 4 Obosudan, but he might be able to kill that one and make it 3. No, even with the Jagdpanzer kind of body blocking him. Middle, they're trying to push up. All right, wait, does that actually work? No, essentially the White Phosphorus Grenade didn't do all that much. It just kind of blocks its sight. So, Rifleman moving in to hold mid. Again, Milk seems to have lost some of his frontline forces, though making up with more armor. Again, artillery would be very smart to focus this location. There is a 240 somewhere. Don't know where it is. Oh, it's over here. Jagdpanzer walks into it but doesn't take any damage. Again, I'm actually kind of shocked he hasn't given them pintle machine guns to help against the infantry a little bit. But Sherman tank moving on in with Jackson support. Stoogs having a bit of trouble with the smoke to see. Jagdpanzer as well under fire. Again, mid seems to be where the allies are predominantly placed. So if they can push up, that would be very effective for him.
Combat unit ready.
Artillery comes on in. Jackson trying to figure out what to do. Again, I would suggest pushing up with infantry support, but he doesn't exactly have a lot right now close to the front. Oh, never mind. Lieutenant's over here, so we can see it. And maybe Jackson can snipe it, but then it's 3 Stoogs, so we'll see. 70-pounder still operational. Dude, there's a 17-pounder. You're going to be obliterated. And yeah, it loses most of its health. Will it die? No, it will get out of there in the nick of time. Support on the opening fire, dropping high explosive rounds on, I'm assuming this. But again, it's just being repaired by 3 engineer units. Though again, 2 of them are barely alive, so there is that to consider. Artillery firing where? Over here? Oh! Nice shot! Nice shot with the artillery. The Werfer's down. Both Werfers are down. Excellent shot, by the way. And neutralizing that. And Half-Track's barely alive, too. We have a small counterattack with the Jagdpanzers. Does successfully kill the priest. 70-pounders looking the wrong way. It angers the Hornet's Nest. If I was this, I would get the hell out of Dodge. And yeah, good. He's retreating. Airstrike comes on in. It's that Cervic strafe that I mentioned earlier. Does weaken it, but doesn't kill it. Jagdpanzer as well right there. Again, S-285 and other forces are over here. They did kill it, but it's not dead. It's just decrewed, which is probably not what they want. Jagdpanzers have to contend with the 70-pounder in mid. Good luck there. 70-pounder can also fire through all the debris if it wants to. Activate a special ability to fire through it. So I suspect that this is probably not going to last very long if he stays there. There it goes. Piercing shot. And not able to fire in time. Was setting up. But honestly, the Axes probably don't have a ton of time left. They are currently down by half in VPs and losing quite a bit. They need a VP. Obosadon push for mid. Let's see. And we have 3 Obers now pushing up. But ISU-152 the ISU-152 is there, so it's easily going to hold them back. So I don't understand the concept here. Rifleman under fire. Obosadon pushing on in. High explosive shot does push back the Obosadon. And again, yeah, you need to deal with this ISU-152, but you just don't have the firepower for it. You don't have the army, I should say. 3 Jagdpanzers is a decent force. But then you have all of this. The Fireflies in Jackson's waiting to just come along the side and smash him. So, what are you doing with the 3 Jagdpanzers? Just kind of just running across the field. And now we have a flare, so they know about the 3 Jagdpanzers moving. So, now it's moving to mid. 70-pounder was killed by artillery, so that's a positive. Negative would be the amount of tank destroyers they have. But Jagdpanzer's moving on in. Does successfully push back the Firefly, but one of them needs to be pushed out because of the... Oh, they actually got the kill! The other Jagdpanzer, but again, one of them did die. Kind of a mixed bag, honestly. Yeah, honestly, the Allies can afford to recoup. Axis can. Nice shot through the debris, kills the other Jagdpanzer, so that's a win for the Allies in terms of overall, what's it called? Overall, losses. Again, the Axis just can't afford to take any more. Nice shot against Jackson, but again, there's so many tank destroyers. Jagdpanzer barely dodges rockets. Again, a desperate attempt to grab mid, but alas, with the conscripts, the infantry section, the American infantry, it's just not going well. Small push coming along the side. Oh my god, Armor Company. Why? But Grenadiers and them are not choosing to really engage, just walk away, so the units that can fire on the move, pretty good. Should have made Ascrims. I don't think that would have changed all that much. The Allies definitely were more suited for long-range warfare, so maybe some... more artillery earlier on would have probably helped. The Axis didn't really focus on that, and it kind of bit them in a negative way. Again, pressing. The half-track's trying to reinforce. Rifleman trying to get some picks against green. So we have a 240 coming in on them, so they're gonna retreat. Otherwise, it will start killing a lot of the infantry. That was that was major artillery. Oh, no. It was definitely a 240. Stu goes down. Jackson's pushing on in as well as infantry section. So again, Kura Mine and Sherman Tank trying to help. Okay, another Stu bites it. They definitely don't have the ET for this anymore, though they're hitting their own troops with the 240. And it looks like the right-hand side has fallen. Jagdpanzer trying to come on in, but I don't think it's enough. Nope. Infantry section will take this. Sherman now moving on in. Backed up by the Jacksons. They could possibly knock out that Jagdpanzer from a flank, but it would be very risky. Middle, again, middle's just American infantry just locking it down. Askins can NV42 from Weapon Rack. I play against hard AI. I know what I'm saying. Ginger Swag Daddy, I don't think that's correct. I don't think Assault Grenadiers get MG42s. I think they get an extra model. Also, Weapon Rack? Anyway, Firefly is hitting the flank of the Jagdpanzers, wearing down what's left of the tank destroyers in mid. Should be able to at least kill one. There we go. Rifleman very low, though, but nothing really to capitalize and kill them. And half-track's now under fire. Luckily, he dodges the shot. They need something to kill infantry, but they just don't have it. And we have a general surrender by the Axis as we lose all defenses left in mid. Solid game. Excellent game. Was closer than I thought it would be as in the first part of the third act, but then they just brought the hammer down and killed each army one by one. Oof. You tried with the Stugs and the Jagdpanzer, it did okay, but overall, just the amount of artillery as well the Allies had just was something the Axis could not afford. They lost to forward medical and mechanized buildings. They lost a lot of things that they had to rebuild later on, so no, it didn't pan out very well. Top damage, by the way, Johnny submitted this. Top damage goes to Johnny. Top kills goes to Johnny. On the flip side, Dobbin got top damage and also top kills. This was a game that, honestly, I'm surprised the Allies didn't finish it sooner. It seemed like they were predominantly in the lead. What really threw them through a loop was Sherman Tank and Curl Mine losing their side. Because a lot of time they were doing better than I thought. But then a decisive counterattack by Dobbin and Green really threw them out. And yeah, Dobbin, top damage, top kills. He was pretty solid. I think the weakest players was Old Jazz and Blue. But yeah, no. I thought the Stug army that Green had was pretty solid. And yeah, did quite a bit of damage. Dobbin, his Jagdpanzer did okay, though again, took a lot of losses. Let's see. They need to really kill the artillery. Again, Jagdpanzer did okay. Command Panther did okay. Stuka, 50 kills. Oh, I'll give credit for the Stuka. 50 kills, not too bad. Milk, let's see. Priest did pretty solid, and Rifleman was getting a number of kills. Johnny, AT gun, pretty solid stuff. And conscripts were doing a number on the enemy infantry. Jackson, 27,000 damage, not too shabby for Sherman Tank. Again, trying to hold that line. And Firefly, great moving in along the side as well, hitting the flank. 28k damage, 54 kills with the artillery. Just solid work done by the armor, artillery, and infantry by the Allies. Axis need to get their stuff together a little more, but overall, I thought it was a decent game. So, what do you guys think? Leave it down below. It's been Greyshot, and I'll see all of you next time. Hello everyone, before y'all go, you can check out more content above, you can subscribe, and you can hear as I talk about some amazing people who support me on Patreon, which include Folkvard, Aphyria, Joey G240, Milam, Ace, ShinobiWarrior, PyroShark, XSomeToolx, Epic Pleb. Thank you all for your incredible support. You literally help this channel keep on growing, so thank you. If you want to support the channel, again, check out some of the stuff I mentioned. Otherwise, I'll see all of you next time.